Dr. William Bates, he shows how you can strengthen your eyes, and the last chapter has a summary, and basically he puts these laws of health there, because your eyes need hydration, your eyes need nourishment, your eyes need to sleep, your eyes need sunshine, so basically all of that. But what I love about this rebounding exercise is how it strengthens your short and your long range muscles in your eyes. So remember that glasses do weaken your eyes, so as much as possible don't wear your glasses.
It greatly concerns me that people today are losing their vision at a much younger age compared to previous generations. Our eyes seem to be increasingly vulnerable to damage and loss of function, and this is happening for a variety of reasons, ranging from lifestyle changes to environmental factors. Much like cameras, our eyes use lenses to capture and direct light to our retinas, allowing us to process visual information efficiently. Numerous factors can interfere with our eyes' natural function, resulting in conditions such as nearsightedness, farsightedness, and in more severe cases, even blindness. This decline in vision health is a serious issue that demands our attention and action.
So let's begin up here with the eye. So eyes. There's a herb called eyebright. And eyebright can be used for all eye problems. It doesn't matter what the problem is. You can use eyebright. And it's a fine leaf. And we put that with, so what's the eyeball floating in? A mucousy fluid. So what will we use? Because it's king of tonics to all mucous membranes. Can you see that? Yeah. So we use golden seal as well. Now the rule of thumb for herbs is 1 teaspoon to 1 cup of water. That's the rule of thumb. And sometimes, as you'll see, there might be a variation, but that's the rule of thumb. In the majority of cases, that's what you do. It's like the grated ginger we did yesterday. Put teaspoon, cup of water. To me, that's just right. For some, it's too hot. Haven't met anyone that says it's not hot enough yet. So, usually 1 teaspoon for a cup. So with this mix, what they're going to do is they're going to pour boiling water on it, and they can when the golden seal is just a powder. But if the golden seal comes in a root form, that needs to boil. So let me show you with herbs. You always boil the root and the bark and the berries. Whereas when you have just got dried leaf, you just pour boiling water on and then put a cover on it, and it seeps. So you pour the boiling water on the leaf and the flowers. So what we've got here, we've got leaf and we've got a root. You can pour boiling water on it if it's a powder, because it's so ground up, just letting it sit will be able to extract what the active ingredients out of it. But if it's a root, then you would boil that. So let's say we do 1/4 teaspoon, and you can do any amount. 1/4 teaspoon of this and 1/4 teaspoon. Sorry, 1/4 teaspoon of the eyebright and 1/4 teaspoon of the golden seal. Let's say it's in a root. Well, 1/4 teaspoon, then you'd go with 1/2 cup, wouldn't you? Because that comes to 1/2 teaspoon, so now you've got 1/2 cup of water. So what you would do is you would boil the golden seal root in 1/2 cup of water. It's always a very gentle simmer. I always boil my herbs in glass, Pyrex glass. Now we go to the second-hand shops and get X coffee percolators. They're perfect. I've even had so many people send them to me. We've got about a dozen of them now. Because you can get a bit of a reaction with the stainless steel. And if you ever go to a Chinese doctor and get his herbs, he will specify, don't cook up the herbs in stainless steel. You want them in glass or ceramic. So ideally. So you would gentle simmer, not a furious boil. I just bring it to the boil, turn it down very low, put the lid on, always the lid on, and let it simmer. It's usually 10 minutes is enough. 10 minutes is usually enough, and it's a gentle simmer. And then when you turn the heat off, then you would put the eyebright leaf in. And then put the lid on again. And what you do with this tea is you let it cool. And when it's cold, then you strain it. And then you wash the eyes with a little eye bath. And you might wash the eye 3 times a day maybe. Why would you wash the eye with this tea mix? You would do it for cataracts. You would do it for glaucoma. You would do it for dry eyes. You would do it for red eyes. So any complaint in the eye. And why have we put the golden seal in, students? Because it's king of tonics. Yeah, it's king of tonics to the mucous membranes. So you need to know why. Where are you? Why? We need to know why. Now, you know what? You might give this tea to half a dozen people and no one will ask why, but then someone will ask why. So it's important to know. And they will have confidence in you when you're able to explain why you're doing it. Because the worst thing you can say is, oh, it's good for your eyes. We've had a few guests come and do our program who've complained of dry eyes, sore eyes. They've got eye drops. The eye drops sting, but they're not really helping. And then they wash their eyes with this. And I leave it to them. If twice a day is enough, twice a day. If 3 times enough feels better, 3 times a day. Remember, you're the... We teach that everyone should be their own doctor because only you know your response or how it feels. And by the end of the week, we have guests saying to us, my eyes have never been so good. The dry eyes, the itchy eyes have cleared up. So it's a very powerful mix. So for glaucoma and cataracts, they might be done 3 times a day. And in the evening, might put the castor oil over. So that's a very nice combination.